Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing a Honda Accord Hybrid. Before we get in this video though, as always, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder that's paired to a hybrid system. Total system output is 204 horsepower and then 247 pound-feet of torque, with fuel economy being 46 around town and then 41 on the highway. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see how it's flat there in the center, and then I like the lines there on either side, and the blue paint's also cool. And then popping down below, you guys can see the new style of headlights here at the Accord, and then look at the grille with the Honda logo, parking sensors here at the bottom as well. And putting it all together, it definitely has more of a luxury car appearance. It almost kind of reminds me of a Volvo front end. Coming around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 235/40/19 in the front and over in the rear. And then you guys can see here with the wheels, you got the silver there mixed with the black. That also looks really good. And speaking of looks good, look at the side profile here with all the body lines and everything really sharp. Now here's a quick look at the key fob. We have our lock and unlock function, remote start, and the opening for the trunk, and then of course the Honda logo on the back. And popping into said back, you guys can see we've got quite a bit of space back here, and then you have these to throw down these seats as well. And then taking a look at the taillight design, notice how it kind of goes into a light bar, which is really cool. You got the Accord badge as well, and then hybrid touring on top of that. And putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks here on the new Accord. Now popping inside, it's actually soft touch here at the top of the door panel, and then also down below where you're going to rest your arm and all of that. We do have stuff like our window control. We've got heated seats as well. And then the seats themselves are perforated all down the center. Nice design. And sitting in the back, you guys can see foot room, pretty good. And we've got some vents back here, some USB action, and of course it has, well, that's kind of hard to get out. There you go. A cup holder armrest, and then last but not least, headroom's good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see soft touch here at the top, and then look at all the trim down below. We've got all of our window controls. Front two are automatic. You've got your mirror adjustments, memory seats, and then we've got blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then taking a look at the front seat, you guys can see again perforated all down the center portion. Power adjustments here on the side. Got some vent action here, and then soft touch all over the dash. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see soft touch all around. We do have paddle shifters there on the back. Notice we also have adaptive cruise control with steering assist, which, by the way, steering assist, kind of iffy sometimes to be honest. Volume controls as well as voice command controls, and then your stocks there on the back. And then taking a look at the gauge cluster here in the center, there's some menus we can scroll through here on the one side just to see different bits of vehicle information. But the fun party trick is always the drive modes. So we've got a sport mode that we can pop into. You can see normal mode, econ mode. It doesn't change anything with the screen itself, but obviously it changes how the car performs. And then in reverse, you guys can see we've got a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. Resolution on it's pretty solid. And here's a quick look at those drive modes. They've got a cool little animation for them. I don't know, at least I think that's fun. As for the infotainment screen itself, it makes a funny like clicking sound, which I find interesting. But you got like physical volume control. Overall, it's easy to use. It's cool. You can see the hybrid information too, by the way. My only complaint is that it doesn't have a physical tuner button, which can be kind of annoying sometimes using the screen to change the radio stations if it's not something that's set as your favorite, because you can do that with the steering wheel. But anyways, there's the infotainment screen. More soft touch trim here on the dash, heads-up display as well. And then you can see it's also soft touch here. And then we've got the Honda Mega Vent, that's what I like to call it. And then we've got dual zone climate controls, heated and ventilated seats, so all the nice luxury features. USB action, and then a wireless phone charging pad. And then here is the shifter for the transmission. You guys can also see we've got some cup holder action. Drive mode select, and then that's your like electric mode. So you can see we've got auto versus EV mode. You can go between parking brake, brake hold, and then pretty normal center console. Nice padding here, and then also on the side as well. And then with the glove box, yeah, pretty normal. And then up top we got our controls here for the sunroof, just a regular sunroof, and then lighter colored headliner. So here's a quick look at our window sticker. You guys can see $37,890 is the base MSRP. By the way, almost everything's standard. Total MSRP there, $38,985. Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility of the hood, both the mirrors, do blind spot monitoring, go with the rest of the rear, and let's set off. So setting off here in the Accord Hybrid, and I've been living with this for a week, so this is going to be kind of more of an in-depth review. And speaking of in-depth review stuff, let's see, and I have the energy flow up so you guys can see that. See if I can find, or am I on the wrong, yeah, I'm on the wrong side. There we go. I was looking for fuel. Apparently I don't know how to use the car. So you guys can see the average MPG that I've been getting, which is quite impressive, like almost 50 miles per gallon. And so, I mean, it's economical. It's definitely economical, and you can get pretty much what the car says that you can get. Now we've got it in the sport mode here, and you guys will see the acceleration. It's actually better than you would think for this type of car, but I wouldn't call it a rocket ship by any means. I wouldn't call it fast, but I mean, it moves. It moves at a really solid pace. So I don't know, I think it's pretty impressive overall. And then the ride quality is amazing. Like, this really is a luxury car in terms of the comfort and the insulation here inside as well. Like, they've just done a really good job on that front. And yeah, like, see, it keeps up at a good pace. But yeah, no, the good way to describe this is it kind of drives like a Lexus. It's obviously Honda, different company and all that kind of stuff, but it kind of drives like a Lexus. And so that'll actually, I mean, summing things up with my experience with this car after living with it for a week. I guess I'll go over the few complaints that I have. First off, I think it'd be cool if Honda, you know, kind of went into some all-wheel drive stuff with their cars, because there's some people that still want cars and they want all-wheel drive too. The air-conditioned seat doesn't really do much. Like, it exists, but it's not like super potent, if that makes sense. So there is that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much, yeah, those are pretty much my only complaints, is just those two things. Outside of that, yeah, everything else I love. So yeah, you know, if you're basically looking for a luxury car, but you also want like an economy car, that's what this provides. And the cool thing about this is, price point wise, it's pretty similar to like a Prius, but I think this is, like, the new Prius looks cool, don't get me wrong, but like, I like how this drives more than, like, it has a bigger, you know, kind of more luxury feel to it compared to the Prius. So yeah, I kind of like this overall setup a little bit more compared to the Prius. But let me know what you guys think about the new Accord Hybrid, and let me know if you agree with my take on this, where it's kind of like a Lexus even though it's a Honda.